Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to this year's Lady Pirate Basketball Season Preview Show. I'm Chuck Ledbetter with Pirate Pride Sports Broadcasting, joined with Steve Coyne, my faithful partner from last year. And we've got a special guest tonight you probably recognize, and that's Lady Pirate head coach Sam Terrell. Coach, welcome to tonight's show.
Thank you.
We're going to get things started right after the first break and check in with our sponsors and have about a good 30 minutes of good preseason talk about the upcoming Lady Pirate basketball season. You're listening to the preview show live from the Charlestown High School Sports Arena. We'll be right back.
Bill Broughton Trucking and Excavating, your local provider of gravel and dirt hauling and custom excavating services. 29 years of diverse experience, including in-ground pools, commercial snow removal, basements, land clearing, and site work. For Bill Broughton Trucking and Excavating, no job is too big or too small. You can reach Bill at either 812-256-2406 or 502-930-2408. Bill Broughton Trucking and Excavating.
Let State Farm agent Dale Robinson handle all the moving parts to your insurance. Whether it's for auto, home, life, or financial services, Dale is there with more ways to help and more ways to save. Call or visit Dale today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back to the season preview show for Lady Pirate Basketball. Glad you could join us. We're live from the Charlestown High School Sports Arena with special guest Sam Terrell of the Lady Pirates. And Steve, I guess you're going to start it off with our questioning for tonight.
I got a question, Coach. Coach and I talked during one of the football games, and one of the things that he and I discussed was the amount of ball games that he got to play this year during the off season, and how that's helped you guys prepare for this season. What you got to say, Coach?
Well, last year coming in, got here a few days before school starts. We didn't really get a chance to play any summer basketball for the girls to learn me, for me to learn the styles of the girls. So I made it a point that we were going to do a summer program this summer, play a lot of games, spend a lot of time together to bond, figure each other out. And, we played about 40 or so basketball games this summer where we got to see how we were going to react to each other. We saw a lot of the teams. We've traveled, we've bonded, and I tell you what, it's been a great experience. Had so many people tell us, wow, I can't believe the transformation that your team has made in such a short period of time.
And again, with having that, I think one of the key things you said is they're able to bond and play together as a team. They're learning each other. They're learning what they can do, how to depend on each other.
Yeah,
big difference in a team sport.
Exactly. When we went on trips, we took the cell phones away from the kids. We forced them to talk to each other. We forced them to sit down and actually have conversations and be together and make that bonding. And I tell you, it's paid off big for us.
Yeah.
Speaking of the preseason play, how does your numbers from last year you think might affect your depth for this year? I know last year you had a young team to work with. This year,
just two seniors.
Just two seniors, and this year it's looking like you've got a lot of players possibly that's got a lot of playing time, not only in regular season but also postseason play. How is that different this year? Because your participation's been pretty impressive as far as the girls' program's been.
Well, I think we've made ourselves visible to younger groups, within the PR, JJ, and the middle school, and tried to get out and be more visible, let the kids know about our team. We had a great camp before school was out. We had 60 elementary kids in the gym with our camp. They're putting the names with the faces and the girls in the program. They're up here. They're spending time with them. And, with only having two seniors last year, it hurt us, but at the same time, we got almost everybody coming back.
Yep.
Plus, some incoming freshmen, and we got to take all that experience and play so many games this summer that it's like we played two seasons in one summer.
So how's things gotten started so far? No early injuries that you're having to adjust for yet?
No,
a lot of conditioning going on.
Oh, yeah, great. I mean, I tell you, we got started about 2 weeks after school started, and we went 2 or so days of conditioning and lifting weights and a couple days of basketball. And I tell you, these girls, we had about 12 or 15 girls that were super dedicated and put in the time to bust their butt and get their bodies in the condition that we need it to, so they don't get hurt.
Yeah, and like you and I was talking before the show started, a lot of hours putting in.
Yes,
and,
a lot.
On top of the schoolwork that's required, and the basketball, you find out who's dedicated, which ones want to win and want to work through that. So.
But yeah, a big thing, not having those injuries to start like we did last year.
Right. Okay. In high school sports, especially in 3A and smaller, injuries are always one thing that can creep up on a program and really affect a season. So hopefully the girls understand the importance of conditioning and it's part of basketball. If you want to play the game, you got to be ready to play the game. But being conditioned obviously goes towards preventing injuries as well. So
exactly.
What else you got on the list?
Another question for you: staff changes, personnel on the coaching staff this year.
Yeah, we lost one coach, and that was Mike Kreider, due to a job change. He was unable to be here as much as he'd like, so he wanted to do what was best for the program, and he wanted to get some new people in here to coach. So. Because of his job commitment. So we picked up Kelsey Thrasher, former player and college player for Lady Pirates, and then Dana Miller is also going to help us out this year, along with Kendra Stumler and Randy Allen. They're still here from last year. So I think we're going to have a nice mix of young ladies that have played for the Pirates in the past, played in college, and then we've got some older people with Coach Miller and Coach Allen that have been around a long time and are from Charlestown. So, we've got 4 Charlestown individuals that have made this school proud, and so we've got them on staff.
And that's a key part too. Like you said, they are Charlestown alumni. With Dana and Thrasher. So I think it gives the girls a little bit more, I won't say comfortable, being comfortable with it, but it gives them a little more security, if you will, knowing someone that they can speak to and they see in the community all the time.
Yeah, it works out in a lot of different facets. I know in our broadcasting crews, we like to bring in people who have who've been here, who've played in Charlestown, who knows the traditions, who knows the ins and outs of and the ups and downs of all the programs here at Charlestown.
Right.
And it really makes a good mix. And people in the community like to see that, but and it's been, I think we've been very fortunate, especially in girls basketball, is to be able to mix that with guys like yourself who have come in and really seem to have hit it off well with the athletes. Because you're like I said, your participation looks outstanding. Even enough to have a freshman, couple freshman games.
Yeah, we'll probably play anywhere from 3 to 5 freshman games again this year. And from what I was told last year, that was the first time they'd had a freshman, or team or anybody to be able to play freshman games for a while. So, that's definitely positive.
And that's key, building a program. Starting with the youth program that you have too, and on up to the freshman ball JV level. So that's a great thing, and the community rallies around basketball, both boys, girls, as well as all our sports, football, baseball. Right. So that's a good thing, and we're looking forward to the season starting.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
Looking to be exciting.
Well, we'll take another quick break, Pirate Nation, and be right back with the second segment of tonight's show. Cover not only Mid-Southern Conference predictions, but also just what type of depth we're looking at early so far in the season. So we'll be right back. You're listening and watching, courtesy of C-Town TV, to the season preview show for girls Lady Pirate basketball. We'll be right back.
Founded in 1949, the Grayson Funeral Home has served the needs of Charlestown. The Grayson family continues to provide important services, such as funerals, monuments, vaults, and cremations, from locations in Charlestown, New Washington, and throughout southeastern Indiana. We're proud of our Charlestown heritage, and we believe in making our city a better place to live, work, and play. Our civic pride shines through in our support of community organizations like the Lions Club, the Charlestown Pirate Pride Athletic Booster Club, local churches, and youth activities. We also participate in the Mayor's Vision Team, determining the direction of the future of Charlestown. And we care for the Charlestown Cemetery, ensuring that the memories of our loved ones are properly honored. Generations of Pride is the City of Charlestown's slogan. 4 generations of Graysons have served Charlestown and New Washington over the years, and will be here for years to come.
Welcome back to the Charlestown High School Sports Arena in the 2011-2012 Lady Pirate Basketball Season Preview Show. Live here with Steve Coyne. I'm Chuck Ledbetter of Pirate Pride Sports Broadcasting. Video tonight courtesy of ctown.tv, and special guest tonight, obviously Lady Pirate head coach in his second season, Sam Terrell. In the segment before, we talked a lot about things that you have done in building the program and how that seems to be working out well, mainly based on the participation levels that we're seeing and the good preseason. One of the things that was a big hurdle last year was the point guard play.
Yes.
Because very youthful, and obviously had a couple good years with Amanda Miller in that position. So there's really no worry in Pirate Nation about who's going to be handling the ball. But given some of the situations, the young girls were put in last year and having to step in those positions and even having to modify game plans, which was always possible. But how's that situation looking this year coming into the new season? Obviously, that's one of the things that Pirate Nation's going to be looking at as to, how that's progressed.
Well, I think that one of the big thing is, we didn't have any time to do anything over the summertime. So any guard that we had was not able to get any varsity experience or playing time against varsity players except for when season started. Mm-hmm. And that just was a big factor in what, the problems that we had last year. This year, we got to play those 40 games this summer. Well, we got to take all those guards plus another couple of freshman guards coming in, and we got to play those 40 games against varsity experience. So all those guards got to have varsity, like almost 2 seasons over the summer when it really didn't count. And I think that has played off big for us because they got that experience. They got what they needed to get during that summertime where we didn't have that last year.
How about depth in that area? How are you looking consequently?
I think we're well balanced. We got 4 or 5 posts. We got 4 or 5 guards. So we're this year we've got options. We've got depth. Still we're with one senior we're not quite as experienced as what we're going to be in the future, but definitely we're a lot more experienced at the start of the season versus last year.
And I could see that. Who seems to be settling into those positions? Maybe not to put you on the spot to pick a point guard or ball handler, but who is, seem to be taking a liking to those types of roles?
Well, we have Taryn Moore. We've kind of moved Farmer down. She can play a little guard, but I tell you, she did a great job this summer of playing the 3 to have to take over from Brittany Benison. Yep. She did a great job of
very aggressive ball player.
Yeah, that would rebound. She could drive. She could do some things. I tell you, Farmer stepped up big this summer to do that for us, and that allowed Caitlin Henning some time as a freshman come in and have a great summer at that point guard spot. And I tell you, the sky's going to be the limit for our guard play right now because they just keep getting better and better.
Henning had a real good career, so to speak, at the middle school level, correct?
Yeah, and you really never know how a freshman's going to step in and play at the varsity level because it's so hard for somebody that might be 14 or 15 playing against somebody that is 18 or maybe even 19. And, she did a great job this summer, and I think the future is going to be bright.
And that's kind of what I think, too, is practice. You can practice as much as you want, but until the girls get into the game-type scenarios, that's when they learn the most. So I think that's going to be key with having all them games. Who stepped up to be more of a leader or the coach on the floor?
Right.
Have you trying to isolate or not isolate, but pick one of the ladies?
Well, I tell you, that was one thing that we decided as a coaching staff. We have not picked captains yet. Yeah. We want to spend all summer to see, okay, who's going to step up? Who's going to be the leader for this team? Because we've got a lot of quiet girls on the team. None of them are very vocal, and we were just like, hey, let's just sit back and just wait and see, watch what happens this summer. We had 2 girls, step up and do a real good job, and they're doing a real good job leading right now. So it's just still kind of out and open, but we've got some girls that are making that transition to, hey, I'm going to step up and I'm going to, be the one and say, hey, good job, we need you.
Yeah, I can see where that could happen naturally a lot of times and how that can really be beneficial to
everybody. Yeah, because, you don't just want to appoint 2 people or one person.
Make it political.
Well, and them not earn it. Them not earn the respect from their teammates. Them just coming in, assuming, I'm going to be captain or whatnot. But I think these two individuals are doing a great job of earning that respect and earning that right. So I think it's going. When we decide on who's going to be captains, I think it's going to be a pretty obvious choice with the girls.
And I think that'll be contagious with the other girls too. That step in, to say, hey, I need to step up a little more.
Yeah.
I need to be a better defensive player or hustle more. So all those things, all the little things are key to that. So we're looking forward to this season for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The Mid-Southern Conference in girls basketball this upcoming season, what types of predictions or guesstimations might you have? There might be some key games coming up this year, whether it be because they're at home or just because of the status of their program.
Right. Well, obviously, Silver Creek's going to be a main favorite after the great year they had last year. They got pretty much everybody coming back except for their main point guard, Molly Voiles. Scottsburg's still going to be there. Brownstown. Those are going to be those top three teams. And on any given night, of course, everybody can beat anybody. But those should be the three front runners right now. But then, I tell you got a bunch of other teams. The rest of the teams it's kind of all up in the air. We lost to Austin twice this summer, one by 3, one by 5. Could have gone either way. You know how summer officials are. Yeah. Depending on injuries, everybody stays healthy. We lost a close one to Pekin. So, we didn't get to face Corden, so I really don't know how they're going to be. But, they got a couple good returner players. So, there's going to be – we looked at our schedule. We should win, we're thinking 6, but there's also another 6 or so games that could go either way. So, it's going to be just who knows what's going to happen. And the same thing with the Mid-Southern Conference. Those three teams, like I said, they're going to put themselves out there as the 3 to beat, but there's a handful of other teams that it just could go either way. And, we played Silver Creek tough this summer. We lost to them by 12. Get a couple turnovers or missed shots from them. We capitalize on it. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah. And refresh my memory. Is that game here?
No, we go to Silver Creek, but we face them here in the holiday tournament. Well, maybe depending on the draw. Yeah. We could face them here, and we do have sectional again here this year. So
very exciting about that.
Yeah,
it's a great facility to hold any type of tournament. Whether it be volleyball, but especially basketball.
Yeah. Right. And Crawford County and Mitchell dropped out of our sectional. Mm-hmm. Bad news is we picked up Brownstown and Scottsburg. Brownstown made it to the state finals last year. Lost a couple of good seniors. They got a bulk of their team coming back. So that's doesn't help our cause in the sectional any, but what can you do?
Yeah, but it's good for the conference all the way around, and you got to have some teams on there that you gotta want to upset if they get off to a roll. So I like what you got going on tonight here in the sports arena, doing a preview, inter-squad scrimmage from elementary, 5th grade, all the way up. And now you got the alumni girls out there playing a little scrimmage as well.
Yeah, that was our big thing this summer was unity, family, and strength, and it was just those are 3 terms that. We want to bring unity to this program. We want to have it with the community, the elementary schools, the alumni, to build that family. So we have that tradition of strength. So we have that strength to rely on.
Yeah. And you had a good turnout for the alumni.
Yeah, we had 22 people signed up to play in the alumni game.
And it's some pretty good names going back to early 90s. And
definitely,
it's good to see those ladies here. And
a few of those ladies were up on the wall, and we got them out there playing now.
Supporting the program.
Yes.
And where it's going. And how did the varsity schedule or the varsity scrimmage go tonight?
I tell you, we
because there's one topic there that really looked good.
Yeah, the points, I'm telling you, we put up, both teams ended up with a tie, 64 points each, and that was almost double of what we averaged last year as a team. And I tell you, we've really done a great job tonight and this summer of scoring more. We had 3 players this summer, one of them being our senior, Shelby Nash. The other 2 were freshmen. But those 3 right there, I think Shelby averaged about 15 this summer. Henning averaged close to 15. And then Justice Burden, another freshman, averaged between 10 and 12. So we have 3 players that averaged over what our team average was last year this summer against, good competition. We went to Evansville. We played Castle High School. We played Evansville Memorial, which was the defending 3A state champions.
Yep.
Evansville Harrison. We played some tough competition.
And and you have to play tough competition. I think you gotta expose the kids, the girls, to the competition level that you'll see all throughout the year. So
we scored points against some good teams.
Outstanding. Well, and like I said, we're chomping at the bit to get our broadcast schedule finalized and posted on the website, and get those girls basketball games rolling and seeing what damage the Lady Pirates can do this year. So that'll do it for the second segment. We'll head into the closing segment as soon as we pay some bills with the sponsors. You've been listening and watching, courtesy of ctown.tv, to the 2011-2012 Lady Pirates Season Preview Show, live here from Charlestown High School Sports Arena. We'll be right back.
Bill Broughton Trucking and Excavating, your local provider of gravel and dirt hauling and custom excavating services. 29 years of diverse experience, including in-ground pools, commercial snow removal, basements, land clearing, and site work. For Bill Broughton Trucking and Excavating, no job is too big or too small. You can reach Bill at either 812-256-2406 or 502-930-2408. Bill Broughton Trucking and Excavating.
Have you sampled the best pizza in town? The Charlestown Pizza Company uses only handmade dough and sauces combined with freshly grated cheese to prepare their pizza hot and fresh for you. Pasta, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and a wide range of desserts including Nutter Butter brownies, banana splits, Italian ice, and Snickers cream cheese pie are all local favorites at the Charlestown Pizza Company. The Charlestown Pizza Company, open until 11 p.m. on Fridays. Stop by and see us before and after the game. The Charlestown Pizza Company, on the square at 850 Main, and is proud to sponsor the Pirates. Get down with Charlestown at the CPC.
Welcome back, Pirate Nation, to the 2011-2012 Lady Pirate Basketball Season Preview Show. Chuck Ledbetter, Steve Coyne of Pirate Pride Sports Broadcasting with head coach Sam Terrell. And thanks for the time tonight, Coach.
No problem.
We've had some exciting conversation about the upcoming season. I really wish you all the luck. I'm very impressed with you've taken the bull by the horns. Every time I turn around and I'm in the community, I'm seeing you doing stuff at all levels, and that in a small town like Charlestown, that's what builds programs, and we appreciate that and your time here tonight.
Well, I appreciate you guys doing this. Like I said, there's a lot of schools that don't have this opportunity, that maybe don't take this much time with girls athletics, and I tell you, it means a lot to me personally and our girls basketball that you guys take the time to do this and recognize them.
It's our pleasure. We love it. We love showcasing the high school athletics here in Charlestown. We love what student athletes dedicate and what they not only accomplish in the classroom, but excel and represent the community as well as the school on the field of competition, and that's just exciting at a lot of different levels, whether it be girls or boys. But Steve, anything in closing?
Nothing for me. Just looking forward to the season, and wish you best of luck.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
A lot of returning sponsors this year for Lady Pirate basketball on the broadcasting side. Bill Broughton Trucking and Excavating, taking care of the anchor position, and State Farm Insurance. Dale Robinson, he's continuing his support. Charlestown Pizza Company, Tumbletown Gym, Grayson Funeral Homes, obviously our pregame show, and a couple new ones. Denny Van Enterprises Construction signed on for post-game. So the sponsorship we've had no problems with, and continuing to move. And I may have. Seems like I've forgot somebody.
You hate to name one. You're going to leave someone out.
I talked to everybody except for one, and who is that one? And I'm trying to think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, all our sponsors. I mean, it's
all
exciting.
On the website.
The football team had a great year, and it transitions right into Lady Pirate basketball, into Pirate basketball. So just exciting how it. When you're done with one sport, you go right into another. Right. So I mean, it's in
this case, literally.
Yeah.
As of last night.
Definitely exciting. So.
Yeah. So and thanks for joining us, and continue to check the Pirate Pride website. Check for the schedules coming up, and our broadcast schedule will be out very shortly. Within the week, we're going to decide which games that we're going to feature, both on the girls' side and on the boys' side. And just good luck, and keep the injury bug away as much as you can, and good luck in building on what you've already started.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks for joining us. Again, you've been watching the 2011-2010 Lady Pirate Basketball. Oh, I'm sorry.
2012,
2011-2012 Lady Pirate Basketball Season Preview Show, live here from the Charlestown High School Sports Arena. Good night, everybody.
Good night.